You got to hurry up to wait.
Yeah. And the ball goes up, and Ryan Kennedy swats it over to Bryson Watts. Back over to Mitch Henson as he brings the ball up the court. Back to Bryson. Up to the top of the key to Mitch. Over to Caleb. Back to Bryson. Over to Mitch. Back down to Ryan Kennedy. And that is going to be our first 2 points of the game by Ryan Kennedy.
Nice assist by Mitchell.
Yeah, absolutely. The Demons bring the ball down the court, and our Leopards go to work on defense. They're going to get a traveling call. And the ball goes back over to your Lindsay Leopards. And if Jake is watching, you're truly needed, Jake, because you're our big play-by-play guy.
Nice pass by Bryson down to Ryan.
Your Leopards quickly go up 4-0 right here with 7:01 left in the ball game, or left in the first quarter.
Looked like Coach told him to go ahead and feed Ryan in the post. Did it match it up? Sorry about that, folks. The Grandmaster Wizard over here. That's better.
Back to Bryson. Caleb in the paint. Back to Jaden. 3-ball up, and it is good. To bring the score for your Leopards 7-0 against the Crowder Demons. And our Leopards are on a good start, I would say, Dietrich, don't you think?
Sure.
It's okay. Oh, and Ryan jumps up to try to deflect that, and it just goes a little bit bad luck for Ryan right there and goes right back into the bucket for Crowder for their first 2 points of the game.
Number 23 was thankful for that.
Yeah.
Try to get it to Ryan, but it wasn't open. Better luck next time.
Yeah. Ball into number 5 for Crowder. Back to number 11. Ball across half court at the top of the key. Drives, kicks it out. 23 drives. And he's going to get a travel violation. Turn the ball back over to the Leopards. Henson brings the ball up the court. Passes over to Bryson. Bryson back to Henson. To Caleb. Back to Henson. Top of the key to Bryson. Jaden drives. Little floater just barely misses, but he is able to get his own rebound. And Ryan Kennedy picks one up just shy. The Crowder Demons will come back down the court right here for an offensive possession. And this bucket by Crowder. Leopards are on the run. Henson for 2. 9-2 right here in Latta for your Leopards against the Crowder Demons with 5:03 left in the first quarter. Back to the top of the key, and that's another travel violation for the Crowder Demons. And that's kind of been the call so far. They haven't been able to get their feet planted and just settle down a little bit on the offensive side here for Crowder. Yeah.
Crowder this early in the season. Adjustments as the game go on.
Yeah, absolutely. And they're playing a zone, so they're obviously a Class A, Class B basketball team, and they probably don't see man-to-man very much, to be honest. Bryson for 3, just off the mark, and that's a big time block right there for Ryan Kennedy as number 3 for Crowder tries to go up for a layup. Crowder Demons will get the ball under the goal. Ball in. Back to number 10. Steal by Jaden Watts. Breakaway. Mitch Henson will have his 4th point of the game, I believe. On a breakaway layup by a good pass from Jaden Watts.
Basketball, the easiest 2 points is run the floor. You always gonna get a layup. So far, that's what Mitchell's doing to get his 4 points.
Defensive block out for Ryan Kennedy will get him a rebound and ball back down on offense for the Lindsay Leopards. Mitch Henson's going to slow the game down just a little bit, play back to our pace. Jaden for 2 just barely misses, and the Crowder Demons will come back down the court and try to make something happen. To the right side, and Jaden gets that steal back into Ryan. Ryan passes it to Caleb, and Caleb's going to have a wide open layup for 2 points on the Lindsay scoreboard. We are 13-2 here with 3:06 left to go in the first quarter against Crowder. Yeah, absolutely.
Looking at the team, that'll be Cooper Allison. Drive to the middle, finish with the left.
Let's break the ball down the court. Passes over to Bryson. Bryson back to Henson. Over to Caleb. Low post. Just short for Caleb Ince.
It looked like the guys thought Caleb was going to make it, and they didn't go rebound. So
short.
Mm-hmm. Good defense.
Ball stays on Crowder. Underneath the goal.
Number 3, Haven Perry. Mr. Haven Perry just entered the court. Crowder.
Ball in.
That's too easy. That's too easy.
Crowder gets another 2 point on the board, 13-6 here with 2 minutes and 15 seconds left in the first quarter. Your Leopards have the ball down here, trying to make something happen. Henson for 3. Just barely misses. Ryan Kennedy gets the rebound, put back, misses that, and the Crowder Demons get the defensive rebound. Spin move by number 3. Good defense right there by Jaden Watts to pat the ball out of bounds, but the ball will stay down here on Crowder. Ball goes through backcourt, and we will have a timeout taken by the Crowder Demons, and we will take a quick break right here on Lindsay Media. Welcome back here to Latta, Oklahoma, the first round of the Latta tournament. And your Lindsay Leopards are ahead of the Crowder Demons 13-6 with 1 minute and 53 seconds left here in the first quarter. The ball goes to the backcourt for Crowder, and as they bring it back up. And so far, so good right here for the Leopards. They're playing really good defense, don't you think, Dietrich?
Yep. Look like they're helping really good. And
prime example right there of good defense. Hand in the passing lane. Back over to Caleb Ince, and he's going to pass it right back to Mitch Henson. They're going to get their play set up right here. Back over to Jaden. Cross court pass to Henson. Top of the key to Watts. Back over to the other Watts. Offensive rebound right there by Ryan Kennedy for a putback. And Bryson almost got that inbounds right there. Good defense right there by Mitch Henson. Ball up. Ryan Kennedy will have the rebound. And here comes the Leopards. Henson to Watts. Bryson will get it back up to the top of the key. And I feel like we're probably just going to get one more shot off right here. Kind of throw the ball around until we're about down in the 10-second range.
Neat.
Henson's going to dribble the ball back out and just kill some time right here when your Leopards lead 15-6. And our Leopards have came out firing on all cylinders, defensively and offensively. So I think they have something to prove after almost winning this tournament last year. They want to come back and say, hey, we should have won it. 10 seconds right here in the first quarter. Ryan Kennedy for 3. And that is going to do it for the first quarter for offense for the Lindsay Leopards. And the Lindsay Leopards lead 18-6 at the end of the first quarter against the Crowder Demons. And we'll take a quick break. Stay tuned for the second quarter. Welcome back here to Latta, Oklahoma, as your Leopards lead 18-6 against the Crowder Demons as we start the second quarter. And Crowder will take possession this quarter to lead things off for us. And so far, so good right here from Latta. The Leopards are starting off strong, offensively and defensively. I feel like they have something to prove.
It looks like it. It looked like they came out with a little more focus and drive and not starting the game out so slow.
2 new Leopards in. Creed Taylor and Ty Ferguson will join the game right now. And 3, I'm sorry. I think that's Paige.
Seth Padilla, number 4.
Okay.
Ooh, good defense by Creed.
Creed over to Jaden.
Nice
Jaden's
pass.
going to get the wide open layup to bump the score up to 20-6. 3 ball by Crowder is no good. Off the Crowder foot, and that will turn the ball back over to the Leopards.
Well, everybody know Creed Taylor is a freshman. He's, in my opinion, so far thus far this season, he's stepped up pretty big time. I like his poise he has. As you know, I know I helped him play in the summer too. So
Seth Padilla for 2 just barely misses. Number 4 for Crowder will get that defensive rebound. Number 11 brings the ball up the court for Crowder. And Creed is not going to give him any room. He's just going to get up there and be like, all right, I'm going to make you handle the ball.
make it more comfortable. Good help by Ty.
Yeah.
That was excellent defense right there. You know, Davison is doing a really good job with these boys, you know, coming in and earning their trust and on the flip side, them trusting him. So you could tell as these games go on, the different mindset that he's instilled in these boys. So it's fun to watch.
Yeah, absolutely. No, it is hard. Brand new coach. Just sit there and be like, hey, I'll trust you a little bit and buy into his game plan. And it seems like it's been working. And we got another sub for the Leopards. Is that Priest Williams? Yep. Will be in for Ryan Kennedy, and Mitch Henson will come back in and sub for Jaden. Ball to Ty. Back to Henson, over to Creed. Thought about it for a minute. Cross-court pass to Henson. Back over to Ty, back to Creed. One dribble in. Mitch back down in the paint, ball back out. Priest Williams up, just short. And number 11 for Crowder will get that rebound.
This is his first action coming out of the football. He had a little foot injury, so this is his first time getting out there. So I know he got his first game jitters going on.
Seth Padilla with that rebound, but lets it slip just outside of his fingers, and Crowder was able to get that back for another offensive possession. Ball cross court to number 3. Ball up.
Good box
No
out by
good.
Padilla.
Padilla gets a rebound, and here comes Henson. Ball over to Creed. Back to Priest. 3 ball by Henson is good.
They're moving the ball really well right
Yes,
now.
absolutely. I think this is the best we've seen them move the ball
So
thus far.
I think they starting to remember that when you have a zone defense, when you move the ball.
Big steal right there by Henson. Wide open layup. And that's going to be another 2 points for Mitch Henson. And the Leopards are ahead 25-6 with 5:10 left in the second period. Ball cross half court. Back to number 11 for Crowder. Creed is going to get up there and play some defense on him. Ball up and good for number 11.
It's Cooper Allison again with another layup.
Feel like he's gotten most of the Crowder points.
Yeah, him and number 23.
Back to Priest. Has to do a little spin move. Over to Creed. Back to the top of the key. Back to Creed, and he's going to let that fly for a 3. Barely misses. Ty's able to bat that ball back to Priest, and Priest was able to get it up and was able to draw the foul, and he will go to the line to shoot 2. And these will be our first 2 free throws of the game.
Sure will. Misses the first one. Now checking into the game. Mr. Andon Register came in for Mitchell Henson.
And this is the first time we've seen Andon this year.
Yep.
He came back after previously not wanting to play basketball this year, and he decided he wanted to play. And this is his first time on the court. And honestly, that's pretty exciting to see him back. I mean,
it sure is.
I think that gives the Leopards a lot of depth.
Oh, for sure. With him and Padilla deciding to come out, we knew from the beginning Priest was coming. So to have 2 more football players that could also play basketball, that's a blessing for our team.
Yeah.
And as you can see right now, we're running, still playing good defense.
The more depth we get, the better we are.
Yeah. The more these guys get in, and you know, the more comfortable coach get with them, that lets the starting 5 get a little rest so they could come back and, you know, hopefully be fresh and, you know, ready to go, especially when you got a 3-day tournament. You want to be able to utilize all your players. And so far, that's what coach is doing. So
Clock for Crowder is up, no good. And Creed Taylor is able to get that defensive rebound back to Seth Padilla. Padilla spin moves. Priest gets it. Back up goes Padilla. And they're going to bat that ball out to Ty Ferguson. And Ferguson is going to set the play up and just calm everybody down. That was about probably a 3-4 possession right there underneath the goal for the Leopards. Back over to Creed. Good pass by Creed. And in register 4-2. Leopards are 28-8 with 3 minutes and 20 seconds left in the second quarter.
That's what you want to see right here.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know what? It's hard.
Good block
right there by Andon Register. Creed Taylor will get that ball, come down, and he's got numbers. Seth Padilla for a wide open layup, 30-8, your Leopards. And it's hard to, you know, scalp a team that has this many on the bench that they can go to.
Oh, yeah. If you're the opposing coach, you just say, we got to bring our A game and let's get our nose in there and hope for the best.
Absolutely. Good defense right there by Ty Ferguson.
By Priest. Close out.
And then with the defensive rebound, back over to Creed Taylor, and that's going to be a wide open layup for Creed. Leopards go up 32-8. And this is really good experience right here for the ones that haven't gotten in yet.
Oh, for sure. I know they've been itching, so you could totally tell because especially on the defensive side, the intensity has not dropped at all.
And honestly, you can't see the change much. It's just like our starting block is out there.
Yep.
Another block by
all over the floor. He just blocked another shot.
Yeah. And I'm sure Andon was itching and ready to get back out there.
Oh, yes.
Ball back to Ferguson. Ferguson to Padilla. Back out to Creed Taylor. Ferguson. Little fake move and a floater in and out. And the ball will go back down to the Crowder end.
What is so beautiful, Tandria, they moving the ball so fast that we can't even keep up with announcing this game. That's beautiful.
It's 2 passes behind.
You don't see this too often in a high school game. You know, they so much selfishness going on. Excuse me. It's just beautiful to see.
So far this season, I think this is the most well-rounded game that we've seen. We are up 32-8, and take nothing away from Crowder. They're just a little school.
Right.
They don't see much man-to-man,
Right.
but we're seeing a pretty good ball game by our Leopards right here all around. Good defense right there by Priest. No, absolutely not. No matter the score, they're going to go all out. Another block by Andon Register. Ball to Seth Padilla. Bring it up court. He looks for Ty Ferguson, and Ferguson will take control. Ball over to Creed. Skip pass over to Padilla. Ball back to Andon, and he is going to go up. Score another 2-point for him. I think he's got 4 or 6. Awesome. I think he's got 4 blocks too.
He's coming out with big.
Yeah. Ball up for Crowder. Just misses. And they're going to get an offensive rebound. Number 4 is going to kick it back out to number 10 for Crowder. Back into the paint to number 25. Good defense right there by Priest and Seth Padilla to get the steal. And Ferguson's going to walk it up, and I think we're going to see one more shot before the half for the Leopards. Back over to Creed.
They've been hustling.
Yeah, absolutely.
So this is good that coach said, wait, one shot. So they can get their basketball breathing minutes in and try to get that final score.
Yeah, absolutely.
Before halftime.
With all that being said, at the break, we'll talk a little bit about some of the stuff that's going on with the OSSAA. I'm not sure if you knew this or not, Dietrich, but a couple of days ago they had some rule changes for softball, but they also discussed putting a shot clock in for basketball.
And that is going to do it for the first half here in Latta. And your Lindsay Leopards lead the Crowder Demons 34-8. And we will take a quick break and come back with all the new rule changes here on the Lindsay Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Ben Long, an agent with Oklahoma Healthcare Exchange. During this year's annual enrollment, we wanted you to know that you have a local solution for all your Medicare and health insurance needs. Our agents live and work throughout the entire great state of Oklahoma. Whether you're in Lindsay, Ardmore, Lawton, McAllister, or any of the major metropolitan areas. Give us a call to learn more at 855-786-8343. Again, that phone number is 855-786-8343. And we look forward to hearing from you.
Hi, I'm Dr. Matt Shelton with Lindsay Family Dentistry. I'd like to thank all the patients we've been able to serve over the years. For those of you who are unhappy with your smile, tired of having dental pain, crooked or missing teeth, or loose-fitting dentures, at Lindsay Family Dentistry, we can care for all your dental needs, including cosmetic dentistry, crown and bridge, root canals, braces, Invisalign, conventional implants for tooth replacement, and mini diameter implants for denture stabilization. Our braces fee starts at $4,500, and for those of you with poor-fitting dentures, we can place 6 mini-diameter implants on the upper for $3,600 and 4 mini-diameter implants on the lower for $2,600. To schedule your consultation, stop by the office at 102 Southwest 7th Street, Lindsay, Oklahoma, or give us a call at 405-756-4093. As a 1997 graduate of Lindsay High School, I'd like to take the time to say go Leopards.
Welcome back here to Latta, Oklahoma, where your Leopards are squared off against the Crowder Demons here in the Latta tournament. Leopards on top with a commanding lead, 34-8. Looks like there's a couple minutes here left in half. Dietrich, you want to talk a little policy change or some of the stuff that they're looking at up at OSSAA?
What
I
is
know
it?
they haven't changed the rules, but they are talking about adding a shot clock. Talk a little bit about your experiences with a shot clock in high school. Do you think it would be a good thing or a bad thing?
Well, I think it'll be an excellent thing. It'll help the game, stay on time, help the game to speed up a little bit and, cut out some of the stalling. Nothing against the basketball in this area, but me, myself, coming from San Diego, California, I had a shot clock when I was in 7th grade. So when we first moved out here, it was a little hard for me, my athletic brain, to get adjusted to. So I think that it would be amazing. And plus, like me and Tandra was talking off air, the ladies and gentlemen that want to play at the next level, no matter if it's junior college or NAIA, Division 3, 2, or 1, there's a shot clock. So I bet some of the college coaches would love if Oklahoma decides to go to the shot clock, because that'd be one less thing that they will have to introduce to the incoming freshmen. Because believe it or not, that's a big adjustment going from stalling for 1 to 5 minutes to having only, I believe it's 25 seconds to score. So that's a big adjustment.
Yeah, it would. I think it would definitely help the recruiting stock of our local kids who are competing to get some of those scholarships with other states that do have shot clocks.
For sure.
Yeah, I agree.
I think we kind of went through a similar deal whenever the girls, back in my day, the girls were 6-on-6. If you guys remember those days?
Coming from California, I never heard of 6-on-6.
Yeah.
Yep. We definitely had it.
Pretty cool. It's pretty cool to see the pictures and stuff about the 6-on-6, but I can't wrap my head around 6-on-6.
Here we go. We're going to start the second half. And ball into Mitch Henson, back to the top of the key over to Ryan Kennedy. We'll jump pass to Caleb Ince for three. And it is going to be good. Kind of in and out, back in for Caleb. He's going to add 3 to his scorebook. Crowder brings the ball back to their end of the court. A little dribble drive floater, and it's no good. Ryan Kennedy's going to get the rebound, has Jaden Watts wide open, and he is going to have a wide open layup. Him and Mitch Henson kind of laughing right there because Mitch jumped up like it was going to come out and almost got the rim. Ball up from number 11. It's going to be good.
Tell you what, he's 3 for 3, Mr. Cooper Allison.
Back down to Jaden Watts, a wide open layup. Pass from, I believe, Caleb Bentz or Mitch Henson. I did not
catch with you. My hair was down.
It's one of them two. Number 11. Another shot back over to Bryson. Bryson to Mitch. Wide open layup is good. 43-10 here to start the third quarter, and we came out of the locker room ready to go, I would say.
Got the starting fire back in. They were able to sit most of that second quarter, so they probably coming out like some ravenous wolves. So.
They got a lot of energy they need to burn.
Oh, yeah.
Number 11 back over to number 12 for Crowder.
Ooh, good steal by Ryan.
With a steal.
You better watch out, number 12. Ooh, that was a good defense.
Very good defense right there by number 12 because that could possibly have been a dunk on him.
He could have been on Ryan Kennedy's highlight reel.
Yep. Ball under the basket right here. Ryan Kennedy jumps up, gets it from Jaden Watts. Well, floater is no good, but Caleb Ince is able to grab that ball out of a Crowder hands. Ball back to Bryson, over to Caleb. Looks for Jaden, back cross court over to Henson. Ball up and just off. And Caleb Ince about got the offensive rebound again for the Leopards.
I love it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Started the summer league program. Caleb was my main defender. That dude, he never gets tired.
And that's
I just
amazing.
love his hustle.
A lot of hustle and heart out of Caleb for sure.
It looks like he's tired. He's like, trick.
Ball crosses half court for the Leopards. Back over to Bryson. Top of the key to Henson. Cross court to Bryson. 3 ball up, and it is no good. And Jaden had it, but lost it at the last second. And it's going to go to Crowder. Number 5 for Crowder is going to bring the ball down. Tries to make something happen with the drive, and it almost got away with a little slide walk.
You got away with a walk and a push.
Yeah, absolutely. Ball over to Caleb.
Oh, don't do that.
Oh. Tries to put a little floater up for Ryan Kennedy to kind of jump up and grab it, and it just didn't work out.
Yeah.
And the ball goes back down to Crowder. Number 11 right here for Crowder has it at the top of the key. Little jump shot right there from the three-point line is no good. And Henson will bring the ball up the court and slows the pace down. I think they're wanting Ryan to have a dunk before the end of the game.
It looks like it. Bryson might get in trouble in the locker room because Ryan was wide open, but Bryson decided to slow it down. So they might have a little chat in that locker room. They're posted up by Caleb. Oh.
That right there by Caleb. And number 12 for Crowder pulls that defensive rebound down. Left side of the court right here for Crowder, number 11. He's gonna
Forced
throw that
another
ball
turnover.
away.
Good defense by
Mm-hmm.
three-quarter him with his long arms. It made a almost impossible pass. That
Yeah.
he tried to thread the needle, but it was just a little too far out.
Ball over to Bryson, over to Jaden, back to Bryson, back to Mitch. Like we discussed earlier, they're moving the ball so good. I think we're about 1 or 2 passes behind.
Yeah.
And it looks like we are going to have a whole new 5 come on the court for the Leopards. We're going to see Priest Williams and Andon Register, Creed Taylor, Seth Padilla, and Ty Ferguson in for the Leopards, and the ball is underneath the goal right here with a 43-12 lead with 3 minutes and 25 seconds left here in the third quarter. Back to Ty. Ty for 3. Just short. Andon gets the offensive rebound, goes back up, and is able to put it in the basket for 2.
Coming out where he left off.
Absolutely. I am extremely impressed by this game for Andon Register. Ball up for number 5, and he puts it in for the 14th point for Crowder Demons.
Now, for Jonathan, what is it? Sorry if I pronounced his last name. If there's any Crowder fans watching.
If you're just joining us, we're here in Latta for the first round of the tournament, and your Leopards are leading 45-14. And they were supposed to start at 2:45, but we are running behind. So our Leopardettes will more than likely be behind as well. I suspect they at least will start in the 6:30 to 7 o'clock range. Maybe. They will play the hometown Latta Panthers at 6:30 here tonight. And we will also be bringing that game live right here on the Lindsay Sports Network for you.
Defense by Andon, mostly known for his
Defense right there by Seth Padilla. Wide open layup right here for Andon Register. And he is going to put another 2-point on his scoreboard as Crowder brings the ball up the court, left side of the court right here for number 3.
good defense.
Back over to number 4. Ball over to number 3. And going to go up for a layup and misses. And Creed Taylor was able to get that rebound for the Leopards, and he's going to slow things down and just walk the ball up and set our play up. Over to Seth Padilla. Back to Creed. Over to Ty.
He thought about that
Yes,
three.
he did.
He
Over to
almost
Andon.
pulled the trigger.
Back to Seth. Top of the key. Over to Ferguson. They're wanting to get it down to our big boys. Good pass right there by Seth Padilla for Priest Williams.
That was an excellent feed by Padilla. Priest had his hand up, and Padilla put it right where he wanted it.
Still right there by Priest Williams. Turn the ball over for the Crowder Demons, and here comes your Leopards. Back down to the offensive side. And I think they're just moving the ball. They're wanting the ball down there in the paint. They're wanting to see what we can do. And I like the ball movement, even by not necessarily the second string, because I don't believe in second, third string, but the second set of 5 coming out.
Say second.
Yes, absolutely. Oh, good putback by Ty Ferguson. Offensive rebound just puts it right back up in midair, and your Leopards go up 51-14. Oh, Andon almost had that block.
Ty was pretty smart on that play. He's probably the shortest one out there on the floor, but he was getting that rebound and putting it up.
He might be the shortest one, but he can sure jump.
For sure.
Creed Taylor brings the ball down. Makes the Crowder defense work just a little bit. Seth Padilla will come get the ball, and we're under 10 seconds here in Crowder, and we're going to see one more shot from our Leopards to end this third quarter. And that's going to do it for the third quarter here in Latta. Your Leopards lead 51-16 against the Crowder Demons, and we will take a short break here on the Lindsay Sports Network. Stay with us for the fourth quarter.
One.
Welcome back here to Latta, Oklahoma, where your Leopards lead Crowder Demons 51-16, and we enter the fourth quarter of the first round of this Latta tournament. And Dietrich, tell us so far what you think, how the Leopards are playing.
Before I say that, I just want to give shout out to Parks and Dotson. He's on the floor, number 5.
Absolutely.
I think minus that breakdown on defense right there, we've been really aggressive on defense and, helping each other, calling out screens, putting our hands in the passing lane. When they're picking up the ball, putting pressure on them, and then running the floor. That's what you ask for, as a coach. Defense first, and the offense will follow.
And in register
Just like
with
that
another
right there.
offensive rebound, tries to put it back, just goes over the goal, but Reese Williams was able to fight that and get another offensive rebound. Ty Ferguson back to Seth. Seth to Ferguson. Ferguson to Parker. And it's good to see Parker Dodson out there. This is his first, I think, floor time as well.
Trying to get a little fancy right there. Sorry, folks. With the reverse, almost made it. Good contested shot.
Thea with the defensive rebound brings the ball up the court over to Ferguson on the right side. Back over to Parker Dodson. Skip pass over to Ferguson. They're trying to get that ball back in there to Priest and Andon. Over to Andon. Back to Ferguson. Ferguson to Parker Dodson. Back to the top of the key to Ferguson. Back over to Dodson. Into Priest Williams. He's going to put up a shot, and it's going to be no good. And number 14 for Crowder is going to be able to pull that defensive rebound down. Number 13 for Crowder will bring it back to the top of the key.
Good defense.
Good
Parker.
defense right there by Parker. Hand in the passing lane, able to get that steal. Unable to complete the layup, but nonetheless, he still gets a steal on the day.
Got a little too excited with that left hand.
It's the left hand. Good contested shot right there by Andon Register. And he took off for the races, but quickly was like, I don't have the number. So slowed down, waited for Ty Ferguson to call out his number.
Smart decision.
Yeah.
Smart decision.
Because there was 1 of Andon and 4 of Crowder down there.
Mm-hmm.
Parker over to Andon. Back to Seth. Back to the top of the key to Parker. Over to Ferguson. Kadia for 3. And it's going to be no good, in and out. 25 for Crowder is able to pull that down.
I think Padilla got a little antsy on that
I
one.
think so too. I think he's wanting one.
Hey, you wide open, so.
Yeah. Parker's going to pick up his first foul of the game and the first foul of this half for either team, as he just barely gets under that Crowder. I think that was number 13 or 15, one of the two.
What's crazy, Tandra, that was the first foul of the game.
First foul of the game. That just shows you right there what kind of game the Leopards came out and wanted to play.
Exactly.
They wanted to set the pace. They wanted to set the tone, and they surely have done that.
When you could be physical and pressure on defense and not foul, that's you're doing your job.
Yeah, absolutely. And the way we're moving the ball right now is fantastic. We haven't moved the ball this well all year long, and I think after the last couple of games, especially that rough Marlowe game that we had Tuesday night, I mean, that was extremely physical for us. Not very many calls were made. It was a really tough game.
Yeah.
And we were able to pull out that win. But I think this is a good pace right now for our Leopards coming off of that.
Oh, for sure. Not only that, what you said with the physical game, playing in this tournament in this first game, they're able to get their bearings back. So that was probably a backcourt right there, but that's not going to call it.
Ball in the paint for Crowder. Seth
Man.
Padilla is going to get that steal, and he has numbers, and it's going to go over to Ty Ferguson, back to Padilla. Padilla's going to put it up for 2. And your Leopards lead 55-18 with 3 minutes and 36 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And I feel like just an all-around game. We've played great. We haven't turned the ball over, but maybe once or twice, I think.
If my calculations serve me correctly, we only have 3 turnovers.
That's an awesome number right there to have, especially on turnovers.
Yeah, just think about it. 2 games ago against Purcell, I believe the boys came home and told me they had a total of 28 turnovers. Maybe 25, but that's still too many outs. Good defense by Parker. Grabs the rebound as well.
All over to Parker. And if you're just joining us, welcome. We're here in Latta for the first round of the Latta Invitational for the Latta Classic. It's got a few names going around with it. And your Leopards are leading 55-18 against the Crowder Demons. And we will be bringing the girls' game against the hometown Latta Panthers.
Got a turnover
This evening. And we are running behind, so we don't suspect it's going to start at 6:30. I mean, it's already 4 o'clock right now, and there's 2 games in between.
Oh, yeah.
So it's 100. I can't say 100%, but it's right there on not going to start at 6:30. So definitely be watching our Facebook page for the time update. Crowder almost got that steal, and then for 2. Priest gets the offensive rebound put back up, and it's no good. Parker was able to grab that long rebound. Back into Priest, back over to Parker. Skip pass over to Parker from Seth Padilla. And we are under 1 minute and 45 here in Latta. And so far, so good. I feel like there's not much to really say. I feel like we have played a very well-rounded game.
Everybody's passing the boards. I think that was a big thing Coach was talking about, because the past couple of games, in my personal opinion, the rebounding has been lacking, and we have the height. So
I agree.
Coach might have addressed that yesterday, because this is totally a different Leopard team as far as the rebounding category goes.
And our bench has got to see a lot of playing time right now, and I think this is great for them. And to be honest, that kind of throws the scouting game off, because there is coaches in here. And yeah.
So he just got to see a little bit, and what was good for us today, we didn't have to show our cards. So
absolutely,
we still got a couple of cards that we showed, and so that's always a plus.
And we are under 35 seconds here in Latta. And I believe our Leopards are either going to take one shot or we're just going to hold the ball. I mean, we're up 57-18. There's no reason for, in my opinion, a last shot.
Yeah, I would suspect we'll just run the clock out.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. We're here in Latta, ladies and gentlemen, with 12 seconds left in this ball game. Your Leopards will win it 57-18 against the Crowder Demons. And a very, very impressive game on both sides of the ball for our Leopards. Defensively and offensively, we came out firing on all 4 cylinders.
Yeah.
And we kind of showed up and you're like, hey, this is ours this year. We're not going to let it slip through our fingers. And that's going to do it, ladies and gentlemen, for your Leopards. 57-18. Big, big win. And we will bring you the Lindsay Leopardettes versus the Latta Panthers this evening, and stay tuned to our Facebook page for a time update, because we are running behind. And so long from the Lindsay Sports Network.